Gina, are you on?
I am. Hello, hello, beautiful West Linners.
Yay. Okay, so we are streaming and I'm going to record. There's my record button. So we'll get started here. We did get let's see, who else? Well, I didn't hear back from John Steele or James Manning. I mean, I did hear back originally from them, but I haven't heard back.
It's not a meeting.
Well, that's kind of odd.
They're here, but they're not here.
Right. Well, everybody received an email, so I don't know why those two are saying that they're not in the meeting, whereas like you're not in the meeting.
Are they like
And I'm not in the meeting. Yeah. I don't know why it's doing
maybe
that.
because I accepted the meeting.
Oh, maybe that's why, because you accepted the meeting invite and yeah, and you haven't come.
They're still not here.
A copy of the agenda.
Oh,
Never mind.
yeah.
Did I miss it over there?
No, I mean, I'll just,
Oh,
yes.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Sherry DeVos said she'd be here and, but tonight is her last night. She's resigning. She said she'd be online. And John Steele and James Manning. Okay. Want to get started, maybe they'll come into the meeting, or you can wait a few minutes.
I think we should go ahead. I heard another view was that.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay. I'm fine with starting, but okay, if you guys want to wait, that's fine too. Let's see, first order of business, called meeting to order. Hey, do we do a roll call?
Yeah, let's do a roll call.
Okay, and do we just say our names?
Yeah.
Okay, Kirsten Solberg, present.
Brianne Bogart, present.
And Salty present.
Gina?
Regina Fleming, present.
Okay, we have 4 members. We have a quorum. Oh, I'm Lynn Schroeder. I'm your staff liaison.
I'm Steve Cooper, Community Development Director.
Great.
Okay. Opportunity for public comment.
No one's
No
from
one's
a
here.
public attending.
Okay. Next order of business, approval of the draft meeting notes from December 10th, 2025. Do we have them? We sent them.
Oh,
Yeah, she sent it over.
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't see anything that needed to be changed. And I'll make a motion to approve. You'll saw it.
I second it. Great. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. And Sherry DeVos has entered the meeting. Say hi, Sherry.
Hi, guys.
Okay, yeah, so she's present. All right. Did you vote for approval of minutes?
Approved.
Okay, all right. So 5-0.
Okay. Next up, discussion of meeting times for 2026.
Okay, we've had a little bit of a hard time getting this scheduled, so wanted to let you know that that we're going to be moving to quarterly meeting, February, May, and then instead of August, September and November. Does that work for you? Or we could do August if you want to, but I thought
So
that
February, May, September,
in November.
and November.
No, sounds good, yeah.
And are we looking at the third Tuesday?
We can stick on the 3rd Tuesday.
November will be tricky because I think that's Thanksgiving week. But other than that, it sounds great to me.
And December is also right next to.
I mean, if we could do it a week earlier in November, that'd be great. I can't remember, I think I had a conflict on second Tuesdays.
Okay.
And it depends, like I'll
We
see.
had discussed the second Wednesday,
We have,
and I know I was kind of a pain about it. That standing commitment has changed for me, so
I think I had a conflict on second.
did you?
Tuesdays,
Okay,
too.
I was told I wasn't the only one, but
right,
Yeah.
that actually changed like last month for me, and I was like, oh, good.
yeah, so the problem is that we can get, the city council meets on Tuesday and they meet at 6 o'clock. So we can meet in this room at 6 o'clock. They meet from 5 to 6 in this room.
So this year, and maybe every year, it is the week before Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. So that works.
So at least we know this year, it's not gonna fall the week of Thanksgiving when people are often unavailable.
But if we have so we can meet quarterly in this room, no problem. But if we have a historic design review, we need to meet in the council chambers, and we can't do that on a Tuesday. So that would have to be, and we don't have design reviews very often, but we will be having one this year. And
It's a work session. Because they have that after the work session. First Tuesdays in the afternoon,
yeah, but there's a,
but they hold that time just in case.
the chambers is open, the Bolton is not open.
Oh, okay.
Someone else took, another CAG took that, yeah. So, so the design, any quasi judicial hearing would have to be scheduled as needed. And then we'd have to do a round robin on, okay, who's available, what date, but, you know, we could meet on, when the city council meets in the afternoon, we could meet in the council room on a Tuesday in the evening. But again, they actually, I heard rumors of them changing to all afternoon, all evening meetings again, so I don't know if that's true or not, but, so anyway, that's the difficulty with scheduling the meeting. So let's just do our quarterly meetings here in the Bolton room and then, schedule historic design reviews as needed. Does that work for everyone?
Sounds great to me.
Okay,
All right, calendar invite sooner or later, just like both those dates.
yeah, I'll send calendar invites to everyone.
Okay. Next order of business is to vote to elect the chair and vice chair for the upcoming year. Don't have that many people.
For this year, for 2026.
Yeah, it's a year-long commitment.
You again?
I don't know that I can do it again.
You can do it for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Who's our vice, John?
Just deal.
Keep him on.
We don't, I think at this point he is on.
Yeah, he is on the meeting. He is on the committee, so.
Yes. I'm willing to be chair again, but I'd be happy to pass the baton on to somebody else too. So. Great.
Yeah, it's usually the vice.
Oh, right.
That's what I've been saying here.
Right.
Vice takes over, John's not here.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you can elect a new vice chair.
Any volunteers? Dan?
I think John could do it.
He's our most historic person.
James and John are our, yeah, they're the people who know.
They know the most.
Yeah. All right, so I assume we bring it to a vote?
Yeah.
And do I do the vote?
No, I can, okay, so all in favor of, Kirsten Solberg being the chair of the HRB for 2026, say aye.
I,
Okay, 4-1, 4 pass, 0 nay, and 1 abstain.
Okay.
Right.
And then if I remember last year, the person has to be present to be voted.
well, what if he really wants to do it, right? But what if he doesn't?
You just ask who wants to do it.
I don't know what the rules are.
It's usually not elect someone in a position if they're not there to, to say something.
Okay. Well, it probably wouldn't be a surprise to him since he's already serving in that role. And if we are otherwise, can we just vote next time?
Yeah.
On placement if he would prefer that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Do we need to vote on that too? On John's position too?
We'll just,
We can table it.
yeah.
Okay.
Great.
All right. Number 6, review of the historical review board purpose and the 2025, 2020 to 2027 work plan.
Okay, so that's this is the thing we do every, for every first meeting of the year, just to review what we've done and what's on the work plan. So the mayor, the city council put this together and the mayor sent it out to you. Based on discussions in 2024, the historic review board came up with a purpose statement, and that's included here. The mission of the historic review board is to identify, preserve, and protect the integrity of West Linn historic resources. And to that end, there's the work plan, which is 1, review historic land use applications. 2, fulfill the duties of the historic landmark commissions as required by the city's 2007 certified local government agreement. And that includes holding hearings for all nominations to the National Register and education and outreach. Then 3 is guide and review the historic home evaluation of the Robinwood neighborhood. That was completed. Number 4 is provide an opportunity for documenting the West Linn paper mill history. Provide support for documenting. I think we kind of missed that opportunity.
I know a group who is working pretty hard to do that, and it might be nice to talk to them. So I know it's a lot for them. The Advocates of the Willamette Falls Heritage. Yeah, they've been in the attic of the McLean House. They have moved now to the City Hall, Historic City Hall.
Okay.
And they have quite a bit of records and original drawings on linen and original drawings of the machinery.
Oh, great.
Are 30 years old.
Wow.
And they're not quite sure what to do with it or where it can be stored or where it can be safe and available for the public. So I don't know how active that role is for us, but should we try and talk about it with them?
Well, yeah, if you want to have a meeting with them and talk to them about that, I'm not sure. The city's not a museum though.
No, yeah,
So we don't, we couldn't store any of those documents.
yeah,
And wouldn't provide it an opportunity for the public to see it that well either.
Right.
Storing it in our archive.
so maybe if you could explain to me what for does mean?
Well, this really came from James Manning originally. And it was, and also you, wanting to take photographs of the
Yeah.
equipment.
Yeah.
But we didn't have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah.
So. And that, so that was supporting documenting the history. However, you know, the city's in a difficult position because we don't own the property. And we can't tell the property owner they have to, you know, let us in to take pictures or document it. So,
Yeah. Okay. I went to their last meeting and I'm attending their meeting next week, so I will just, share that that's a city priority with them.
okay, and then additionally, the identify historic preservation projects and grant opportunities. And advise on the wayfinding and branding initiatives. That initiative has been tabled. So that's not moving forward, but the participation of the HRB was to help with, identifying, wayfinding markers to historic resources. But that's on the back burner right now. And then support of the waterfront and Vision 43 planning efforts. So the waterfront is, the vision plan was adopted last year. And now the Vision 43 plan, we just completed an open house and we're moving to a legislative process later this year, this mid-year. And then the final work plan was improve diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging in the community, and consider recommendations and actions through an equity lens. That's just kind of a overlay. Yeah, work plan part of it. Great. Do you have any questions about them? Or anything that you, anything you'd like to see bubble to the top this year?
Regarding number 5, identify historic preservation projects and grant opportunities, I do really hope that we can advocate for some historic preservation on North Island. It's a little bit hard to know what's there because it's not a public site and not easily accessible. But those are some of the first concrete buildings in Oregon from between the 1910s to the 1920s. Some buildings may date back to the 1880s. Some of them probably can't be salvaged, but some of them definitely could be. Where are these? Next to the waterfall on the island. On the island that's, the locks separate the island. So it's right at the base of the waterfalls. The view is amazing. When I look at adaptive reuse projects of industrial sites, there's tens of thousands of them across the country. And they turn into spaces like housing or business space or entertainment venues or high-end hotels or breweries. There's so much potential and they're built buildings and there's some challenges, but none of them are deal killers. I mean, it's in the FEMA flood zone, but that is not a very hard thing to do with buildings that are already there. If you're doing new construction in the FEMA flood zone, that's harder, but they're already existing. They're in different levels of decrepitness, but they're really strong buildings. Access to the island is challenging, but it's, again, doable. And there's concerns about toxins and contamination, but there are ESAs, environmental site assessments, phase 1, 2, and 3, that are a clear way to assess what's there and contain any toxics that might be an issue. And it's a site that's unlike almost any other in the US. So that is something that I hope we can create more community awareness about it. The average person will say, gosh, it's just such an awful eyesore, but people who are a little bit more familiar with buildings and development know that there's so much potential there. So, and of course, the Willamette Trust is interested in making it a special place for what the tribes are interested in. And that makes complete sense. It's 126 acres, I think. So I think there's enough space to meet the goals of many groups. So, and also as far as sustainability, there's nothing more sustainable than developing property where there's already been a use, a brown field, rather than going to what's called a green field that's never had any development. Embodied carbon that's already on that island that could be utilized and having life be just amazing for our community. So that's just my little number 5 thing, and none of them are protected by historic registry status, and that's a real shame. So that's just something that's been on my mind, and I probably should have waited to make that comment until the end, items of interest, so.
Okay. Yeah, I know you're passionate about that. And there's there's members in the community members that are very passionate about preserving. that.
Yeah.
What, have you? All right. Do we want to move on? to the
Move
next
on,
one?
yes. Okay, recommendation letter to city council for final Robinwood survey. I would say that's an affirmative yes. Do
Okay.
we need to vote on it?
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
It's always been our plan.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's a great document. I love looking through it.
yeah. Okay, all in favor of, recommending, that the city council adopt it by resolutions?
I,
Aye.
Sherry?
Aye.
Regina and Sherry said, aye. Okay. We'll go ahead and have, Chair Solver sign it on behalf of the HRB.
National Historic Preservation Month is in May.
Okay.
Do we have anything planned for that, or should we have anything planned for that?
Well, no, so this, I just put this on there to let you, as part of your, responsibilities in the, CLG agreement is education,
Okay.
on preservation and, historic preservation. And this is it's a national month. And in the past, we haven't recognized it since I've been here. So I didn't know, we can simply ask the city council to pass a proclamation. Or, we can, I don't know what your ideas may be. There's limited staff time to do things for this, so.
I bet. Yeah.
So if we want to do it, it's on us.
Well, I think that there's an opportunity to partner with perhaps some organizations like the Westland Historical Society, or even, there's still a group you were talking about, so.
Is it possible to get a little note about it in the OWL, the newsletter that the city sends out? I think that would be great. I think that reaches a lot of people.
Okay.
So that would be a nice first step. Yeah, it makes me wonder what other communities in our area, if they do anything.
Well, I was looking at that, and a lot seem to have partnered with their historical society. And it seems like the historical society kind of takes a lead with something, but, so it could be things like, I think last year, the Westland Historical Society did a, it was called, Ignite Westland. Have you heard of that? Where they do, I guess, little lectures on, Westland historical, history and stuff like that at, brew pubs and things like that.
Oh, okay.
But again, and other historical, other HRBs have done walking tours. But again, our historical society kind of does those, they're the lead on that. So just a partnership.
One thing that I think is really cool is their booklets for the walking tours. So that might be something that we could mention is available in Old Town Willamette, in the OWL booklet, that people can go on a self-guided walking tour, and that it's available online, and that there are booklets available on Main Street to tour the National District.
Yeah. So you remember we did the online version of that, the story map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But their booklet is, I think their booklet is nice. I don't know. It depends on how you like walking around and learning about things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't, anybody else have any ideas?
I think a lot of people are doing things. We have a good Willamette Falls Historical Society.
Okay. Yeah, probably. Then maybe the article and the owl could
I
just
think I'll just like hook
kind of feature
everything
their
up.
activities.
Yeah, okay, that would be nice. Okay. Items of interest, board members. Anybody have anything?
I think just 43 is looking good. So I read it this week again,
Mhm.
and I'm looking forward to the codifying of it. Get some teeth on that bad boy.
Oh, you want to get teeth on it, okay.
Okay. Members Regina Fleming and Sherry, any board members' comments?
Not at this time.
Nope, not at this time. Sorry, I've been driving and I can't get the unmute button fast enough.
Thanks. Staff announcements.
Okay, so my announcement is, we do have an upcoming historic design review. It will be later. I'm not quite sure when. They still do not have a complete application. But that is something that you can look forward to considering. It is a barn conversion. Version of a historic barn into an ADU. So that's something we'll need to look at.
Where is it at?
It's in Willamette.
In Willamette?
Yeah. And as part of that, we should do quasi judicial training
I was
before.
gonna say, what's our purview, because it's housing, right? From ADU.
Yes, I think what you're getting at is that we probably need to have a training session before, so we can remember how how quasi judicial hearings go and what you can ask questions about what you can and can't,
Yeah, what we can and can't do, because the first thing I want to do is go look at it, but I'm not allowed to, right?
No, you don't have to go look at it.
Then I have to disclose that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's our city. It'd be silly like for us not to see that, like,
But we have to be careful with that, don't we?
I mean, just don't go on the property, just stay on the road right away.
Well, I get that.
We have to be careful about doing our own research. We are
Right.
supposed to make the judgment based on the staff resources provided.
Right,
So that we're all making a decision based on the same
right.
facts.
But it's on like that street.
Yeah, but to purposely go for that reason?
I think the question is, what would you want to learn
Yeah.
going there that you couldn't learn from the application? And then,
I think that what I visually would see would influence my decision.
I think that's maybe problematic because the
There you go.
applicant doesn't have the
Exactly.
opportunity to rebut that. So it'd be challenging.
Right.
That's the risk of.
Of
But
going
you're just
purposely for that.
Normal.
If you're just,
you don't see.
it's not like you can avoid, like, you can drive by it. But like going there to study it and then take
Mhm.
notes.
Well, just like with the solar panels that we all had, that issue that came up that we all know, I never went and looked at it, but I really wanted to. But after the training, it was essentially, I got that was something I should,
It's better not to, just because
that's what I'm hearing.
if you're
Okay.
making the decision based on what's on the record, then you don't need to go
Right.
to the site. And if
Right.
there's something that they're not providing, then that's, I mean, that could be a basis for the decision if they didn't provide you a detail that was necessary to meet the approval standard that you would have been able to figure out had you gone there, but that's on them, not on you to fix.
So you said there's not a completed application yet?
Right.
Okay, so we're not really sure what all the work entails or what their
Right.
intentions are.
Yeah, so they need to provide some more information and things like that. So once we get that information from them, we'll move forward through the process.
Okay. And they want to turn it into an ADU. Okay.
Where has it been the legal, usually once a year for city, in the chambers, there's a legal training. And it's usually in January or February, but I don't think I've seen anything about it yet this year. Doesn't that happen once a year?
I remember it last year.
Usually Teresa or Kathy send out a notice on
Mhm.
that. It may be self-directed this year to do just watch a video, but you're right, I actually haven't heard anything. So maybe that is still in the works. I can check back on that and get it to you.
Thanks. That'd be great. It's always a bit more engaging to be in person,
Yeah.
those trainings.
I actually mentioned the video to me.
I think that it might be a thing. So anyway. So you have a quasi judicial training, but it sounds like you're remembering it, so maybe we don't,
I'm remembering.
yeah,
Well, Regina and I are the newest ones,
yeah.
right?
It's always good to get a refresh.
Okay.
I personally would really like to just go through it again. I went through it basically
would
like
too.
the day that I joined, so I would love the refresher.
There's also a challenge, and ADUs have their specific, they have their own regulatory process that you have to review.
Correct. Well, that's more of a city thing, like where they're allowed and where they aren't.
State.
No, it goes by the city. Yeah, it's always city, unless it's,
You know what?
not in a city and then it's county.
Yeah, this is a historic design, not a determination of whether
Right.
the dwelling is
So is
allowed.
the change of use at all relevant?
I don't think that's in
Well,
our
so-
community development
So
plans.
you guys are the historic review board, so you are evaluating the historic criteria, so that the actual use of the building doesn't
Matter.
doesn't.
So then it's an
matter.
ADU,
Right.
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Right.
it's what they're doing to the exterior of the building.
Yeah.
Because so it's a design review, and that's what you will be considering, is the materials, the change.
The actual land use is none of our concern.
Yeah, that's a matter of, development code
Yeah.
that is, I think is a,
It's just a building.
yeah, it's just a building permit. I think we have an ADU code that pretty much allows accessory dwellings on residential property. Based on this, various criteria, but it's pretty much out loud out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a house is a house. I mean, it's not, it's a residential lot, so it's not really, it's converting anything.
I think it sounds cool, but shouldn't say that, right?
Okay, so what I'll try and do is schedule the quasi judicial training for you, and then before the design review, which may mean additional meetings as needed, depending on when the historic design review becomes complete and needs its design and needs its hearing. I think right now it will likely be April, so it might be that we need to have a March meeting. Well, not a meeting, a training session. And would you be amenable to having it the third? Well, I think that might be spring break, but I don't know who does spring break here, but the third Tuesday of March.
I am available, or do you?
It's spring break, I'm probably gone. It's okay though.
The third, so is it St. Patrick's Day?
Oh, is it?
It is. Doesn't mean I'm not available. I'll be here,
Or
I can be here in green.
Or, you guys can propose another time. I'm just trying to not confuse it.
Do we have a video of that? Could we just do homework?
We do have videos. Yeah, yeah. It could be just, watching all the other videos of quasi judicial training. So it could be self.
I would prefer a classroom setting. I learn better that way.
Okay.
Or we could do a hybrid. Like you want to do. Okay. How does everybody else feel?
I was feeling really happy about a quarterly meeting.
Well,
I mean, it could be a hybrid. It could be in either or. You could do it online or you could, am I the only one that would like in person?
I like in person, but I'm not available in March on the third Tuesday.
Oh, it doesn't have to be the third Tuesday. We could do
Yeah.
another day if you guys want to pick another date.
Why don't we do the second Tuesday?
No, yeah, sure.
Regina, what do you think? Because you,
Yeah,
you said you
the
want to
week
come
of spring break will be challenging. I mean, I could make
about
it work,
week
but I would
or the
preference not.
second Tuesday, second Tuesday of March?
I'm also
Second
not,
Tuesday, let's go for it. I can do that.
Kristen's not available.
I'm not available on second Tuesday.
Okay.
Do it, it doesn't have to be a Tuesday.
I'm available
Okay, just
the
have that.
third Wednesday.
I
Okay.
could definitely do a Wednesday. Wednesdays are amazingly easier.
Well, the third Wednesday of March, that's probably spring break, right, Regina, for you and your kids?
Third
It's
Wednesday.
third.
I mean,
I thought it was the, oh wait, no, yep.
third Wednesday.
Oh, wait.
So we can't do third Wednesday?
Maybe second Wednesday.
Okay, yeah, I can now, sorry.
How about sounds like I'll send out a couple doodle polls. Okay, send out a doodle poll in a couple days. And hopefully we can, nail down the train.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Second Wednesday does work.
okay,
Better works for me as well.
okay.
Alrighty.
And those are my announcements. Great.
So I believe our meeting is adjourned. All right.
Meeting adjourned.
Thank you,
Adjourned.
everyone, for coming. All right.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks.
Thank you.